Man, this is getting really pathetic at this point. So apparently, continuing on his Culture Vulture press run, Drake appears on this guy that goes by the name of Adin Ross podcast once again and gives him 3 hours worth of content. And I noticed this too about Drake. I was gonna dive in on this. He don't do no press with any hip hop platforms at all, ever. And I just why I was like I was saying before, I don't understand why y'all keep on coattail riding this guy. Y'all keep gobbling this guy, and he's not giving you anything. He's not even giving you no love. He ain't even following you on the gram, man. At least for the most part, I understand, even with Dipset to the degree, because at least they have a somewhat of a relationship with Cash Money, and Drake brought them out on stage. I understand that. But never in the best of me do I understand guys like Akademiks. And I noticed the interaction itself. The first time soon as Akademiks, he sounded like a thirsty ass groupie. Like he was coming, he called up there doing the streamer, and they let him on. And Drake talked to this dude like he was an annoying chick, man. He was like, "What do you want now?" You know, that little whiny ass Doug Funny voice. He's like, "What do you want now?" And I'm like, yo, you talking to your biggest supporter like that? This is why nobody likes Drake at all, man. But see, these peons, they'll deal with that. Because if you really break it down, take away the accolades, take away the fame, Drake is really Akademiks in real life. They both are more of the same type of guy. You know what I mean? They basically the same type of individual, but the only difference is Drake has a little more status. But you take that away, they're both the same. And see, as I was sitting there thinking, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a rundown why I feel he's the same. Like, think about this. They both are insecure within themselves. Hence, you see Drake over there getting this body done, opazemic and all that stuff. They both treat women like objects and trash because of how they were treated growing up. They have records of being around, being weirdos and being around underage women. They both obsessed with numbers, man. That's all these dudes talk about. Numbers. You notice that this is the go-to of a lot of people to pretty much devalue somebody. Is either their money or their numbers. And I even noticed it with some of the bozos here too. And yet, the funny thing about them is that at least they got the numbers. A lot of y'all hating on me. Y'all don't even have no numbers as y'all selves. Y'all sitting there with 2-3 subscribers in 15 years, and y'all want to sit there and hate on me. I don't understand that. I have 135,000 subscribers. Y'all don't have number 4 or 5, but y'all hating on me. But I digress on that. So then you think about it. They both have ego issues. They both have self-destructive addictions, which is Akademiks with his drinking, Drake with his gambling. They don't have no real friends, and it shows. Every friend or relationship they have is transactional. So therefore, they're convoluted in their own little world. But the way Drake was talking to Akademiks, well, I was like, dude, why? And then Akademiks just acting like a whole groupie. Hey, when you gonna bring that Henny act? Man, you looking like a whole mascot to Drake, man. Like, you don't get no tickets to his shows. He ain't don't even give you. You could have gave him the interview, man. Why you ain't give him the interview? You his number one glazer. He defended you in the war with Kendrick Lamar. If anything, the way this is looking, TDE, man, you'll fit better at TDE, Akademiks. Give Top Dog a holler. Maybe he'll give you a job or something. But he's going to all these corny streamers because that's more so his people. And he's empowering them with his voice. He empowering all these culture vultures, man. These guys don't have a clue about hip hop. And he's using his power to empower them. But he don't go to the black platforms. But see, I'm a fair guy. And I also think of this. it was a lot of the platforms, the black platforms for the most part, that itched on him, calling him not real hip hop. They pretty much thought he was corny, which he is. They thought he was soft. They ain't want nothing to do with him. I remember Hot 97 was making fun of him and all that. But see, in a way, Drake flipped the cards. He flipped the cards to where now he was running the game at one point with the hits he was making. And he had all these same platforms, Hot 97, Power 105, begging for an interview, begging for a platform, begging to get a piece of his world. And he wouldn't give it to him. So I'm looking at it from both sides of the spectrum. Now, me personally, I always thought the guy was corny. I don't have not one Drake album in my catalog. I don't own nothing what he does. I might download a song here and there because, you know, his stuff sounds good when you're in a sociable environment. But I've never really have cared to really listen to a whole Drake album like that. And I don't want to be associated with a lot of his groupies either, because the way y'all, his stands at, you act like you want to sleep with the nigga, man. Who want to be associated with this bass? So, let me know what you guys think, man. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.